In this video, I'm going to be starting a brand new agency. Now, I've been in the agency space for about 5 years now. I've scaled 2 agencies to 40K per month, and I've got a coaching business that I've been working on for the better part of 2 years. This is completely new to me, and I wanted to document and showcase this journey for you guys to see just how simple this is and just how much you guys are overcomplicating it, right? This has been requested on my channel for a very, very long time, and I've procrastinated, but this is it. I'm going to be starting a completely brand new agency and scaling it with you guys. And this is the first episode. So if you're new here, thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and let's get right into the video. All right, guys, this is it. We are going to be starting a new agency live, and over the next couple of months, however long I do this series for, I'm going to be taking you fully behind the scenes, picking your niche, market research, and here's pretty much everything that we need to cover. In this video, we're going to be going through the foundations. I'm going to be choosing the niche, conducting market research, creating an offer, picking an agency name, going through a logo, and if we have some time, building a VSL landing page for the niche. Now, I have decided I'm not going to tell everyone the niche yet. I will be revealing that in the coming month or 2 months when we're a bit more established, because I'm not sure how many people will actually see this series, but I want to really commit to this and scale it as quickly as possible. So I'm not going to reveal that just yet, but I will obviously let you guys know around sort of what niche I'm going into, like the sort of general industry, because obviously I want to give you guys as much value as possible. So in this video, what we're going to be covering is, like I said, niche selection, market research, ideal client, offer creation, business name, buying the domain, logo, and competitor research. And this is kind of the plan for the upcoming video series. I'm going to try to do a video every single week, if not every 2 weeks, and it is going to be labeled so it's very clear, because I do have some content scheduled, right, that isn't related to this series. So it's going to be labeled episode 1, 2, and so on and so forth. So today we're going to go into niche. Now, I've really been thinking about this, and what I've been thinking about, I'm going to target the US market, right? Just because I'm in Australia, but I don't really want to target the Australian market. I'm going to target the US because I know a lot of my audience is in the US. So that's what I'm going to target. I think they make more money. They understand marketing a lot more. Yes, there's more competition. However, what I've found is speaking to US clients, prospects compared to Australian, is the US market, they're so much more open and receptive to marketing services, where in Australia it's a lot more difficult, and Australians can attest to that. So niche wise, I am thinking about the home sort of service space. There is a specific niche that I have in mind, but you know, think concreting, think pool cleaners, pool installers, landscapers, think renovation companies. But yes, there is a specific niche in mind that I don't see a lot of people doing. I mean, there are a lot of people in the space doing it, but just not super successfully. Home services. So that's what I'm going to choose here. Now, the niche is not something that you need to spend a lot of time on, right? The offer is what needs to be different and unique. That's really how you stand out. Now, market research, how do they get clients? Biggest problems they face. Now, how you do this, the best way to do it is by speaking to these business owners, because you can't take this at face value. I can have an idea, but I need to verify this. So let's talk about this and let's kind of go through this, all right, together. So how do they get clients? All right, let's start there. They're going to be going through shared, unqualified leads. That is Home Advisor. Now, if you're in Australia and you're watching this series, that would be like High Pages and those third-party directories there. You guys have Thumbtack. And the reason I know this is because I've spoken to, obviously, you know, I help other agencies, so this is what most people use. These are the big third-party directories, and then Angie's List is the other big one. Okay, so that's one way how they get leads and clients, and I know for a fact that they're not happy with the quality of these because they're bidding against other people, and it's usually the lowest bid wins. So the other way is local SEO search. So just Googling plumbers near me, concreters near me, concreters in X area. So, local SEO, right? Whoever kind of pops up first. Possibly Facebook and Google ads, and also word of mouth. All right. So those are the biggest ways that these guys are going to get clients and or leads. Now, the biggest problems that they face is they're tired of wasting time on unqualified leads. That's a huge one, right? Because a lot of these people are not qualified. So this is going to be part of our angle, right? What's another problem that they face? There's no reliable system to generate new high quality quote ready prospects. They don't have that consistency. That's the thing. And we can even put that, no consistency. All right, so this is something that we can solve. The next thing is buying expensive leads from Home Advisor, Thumbtack, if I can spell, and Angie's List. They're super expensive, and they're going to like 5 other people. It's also seasonal. That's the other thing with this industry that I'm going into. It is seasonal, which is fine, but obviously we've got to accommodate for that. Shared leads. And then the other one is probably spending money on unprofitable strategies. So that's it, right? Those are the biggest problems that they face. They don't have a clear process and system installed. That's a big one, right? Because a lot of these people are going to be 1 or 2 or 3 people operations, and they just don't have those back end systems. The next thing, let's go through this. What keeps them up at night? Feeling anxiety from inconsistent lead flow, and that means cash flow, right? That's a big thing. Salaries, maybe, if they have staff of in-house crew, or contractors, if they're using contractors, right, to do the actual job, have all gone up. That's another big thing that people don't talk about. All right, so there we go. All right, so this is how we do market research, right? Now, this is really just based off experience, but how you really get detailed answers to this is by speaking to these people, by calling them up, cold emailing, cold DMing. Cold calling is the best way, just because it's the quickest, right? You get in touch with someone the best. Something that I like to do is just say, hey, look, I'm just doing a study. I'm in university, and this is kind of what it's for, because a lot of people are more receptive to college students, right? Rather than just some random person calling up. But anyway, why do they use these sources is simply because they don't have other options. I remember in real estate, it's very similar, right? So in real estate, they use realtor.com, Zillow, they use realestate.com.au, Domain, OpenAgent. These are some stuff in Australia as well. And every time you speak to a real estate agent about it, they hate it. They hate it, but they've got market share, they've got monopoly, so they've got no other choice. This would be the same for these guys. They don't have another choice. Well, they don't think they have another choice. Okay, so what they like and dislike about these services is this one's pretty simple, right? So obviously looking for the cheapest quote. The prospects are always looking for the cheapest quote, right? Whoever gives the cheapest quote usually wins the job. All right, so it's cheapest always wins, which means you're going to get low budget customers on these third-party platforms, right? Price shoppers. People aren't even serious about doing the job right now. And shared leads, something they hate. All right. Margins on each service obviously it's going to range depending on what niche you're in, but you can just do a simple Google search on what is the average price per job, whatever job it is, whatever install you're sort of doing, right? Whether it be pool cleaning, pool installation, new cabinets, bathroom renovation, maybe that's 10 to 20, 30K, whatever it is, right? For me, it's going to be between 5 and sort of 10,000, maybe about 12K, but usually it's around that 10K mark. So I would say it's about, the average service cost is going to be about 10K. All right. How many clients they can handle each month? Not sure. You can obviously speak to some prospects in a minute. Target audience profile. This is who I want to target. All right. So I want to target people between 1 to 5 employees. I want them to be doing at least 20K a month in revenue. The owner of the business. And obviously struggles with lead gen, obviously quality leads, right? Back end systems, because I'm going to be using high level and we're going to be building everything out together. Obviously that means lead management, emails, sequences, follow up, all of that we're going to be able to automate for them. And because most of these guys have no clue, most of these business owners, especially in the trades niche, they're a 1 or 2 person band and they do everything themselves. They got to do all the quotes and they don't know how to use these softwares, so we need to help them with that, right? Business name, I do have a couple of ideas. I'm not going to obviously reveal the exact name because then it's the niche is in my name, right? So it's X niche marketing or X niche systems or X niche solutions, or X niche media. Something like that, right? I think I'm going to just go X niche solutions just because it's easier. I could go maybe whatever the niche is, plumber lead gen, X niche leads. Yeah, something simple, right? Don't overcomplicate the name. Just buy the domain, and yeah, the name doesn't matter too much. All right. So I'm just going to go xnichesolutions.io. Right, I'm doing IO because it's a buzzword, it's hyped, it's that internet, it's that app, it's cool, people are kind of unsure what it is, it's kind of sexy. So yeah, just going to go xnichesolutions.io. That's what I'm going to be doing. So let's just choose that. Now, offer is obviously, like, everyone's doing these money back guarantees, crazy X amount of leads in X amount of days, or, you know, whatever it is. So I want to do something different. I'm not 100% sure on this yet. I'm going to obviously do more market research and actually speak to business owners, but I can kind of give you an idea on what I'm thinking. In one of my previous videos, I did like a model, right? SMMA pricing model and what you should do. And I'm going to actually stick to what I said in that video. I'm not going to do a retainer. I'm not going to do pay per lead. I'm not going to do pay per new job. I'm going to do an upfront, right? A one-time upfront, right? One-time upfront plus commission. All right. So I need to get an idea on what their margin is, right? Before I can set this commission, I need to get an idea on what their margin is on the service, what an average install costs, and what they make on it, and how many they can actually handle per month. Because if they can only handle 2 or 3 per month, then they make X. I can't charge them a ridiculous amount, right? So my one-time fee, I'm thinking about $3,000. One time upfront. I believe people can actually afford it if their product is about 10. I think that's pretty fair. So let's say I'm gonna go $3,000. This is is subject to change, obviously. Now, if they sell a 10K product, right, their margin, I'm not 100% sure on this. This is what I need to check, but I want it to be a no-brainer. I want it to be a no-brainer for them, right? It depends how many installs they can get per month. Like if they could do 10 installs per month, right, then I should at least be able to charge $250, $500 per install, right? Depends on their sort of thing. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. 250 to 500, but I want it to be like low enough to be like, okay, it's a no-brainer, right? Like if a bathroom costs $30,000 and you charge $500 as your commission or $1,000 as your commission, then that's a no-brainer for that business owner, right? They're just going to give it to you. They're not even going to think about it, right? Because it's nothing to them. So that's kind of how I want to position myself, be like, oh my gosh, like, of course, that's a no-brainer. So this is something that I need to sort of think about, and how we do this is just by speaking to prospects. We need to understand the margin on each sort of service here. You need to speak to 5, 10, or even 20 people in this space to get an understanding if this is correct. And assuming that's correct, then we can move on to the next step. All right, so now we have our niche selected. We've got our ideal client. We've got our business name. Now let's go by the domain. All right, so we're in GoDaddy now. So what I'm going to do is buy the domain of the name that we chose. I'm not going to obviously reveal this just because I don't want people copying right now, but I will reveal this later on. It's $113.95. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my card in. It's already got my card here. Just got the notification from my bank. Sweet, well done. That's awesome. Now we can obviously start using the email address, which is great. That is how we create an email for our new business. So we're back, and I obviously wanted to clarify a few things on the offer. This obviously isn't set in stone, the pricing, but I'm thinking about 3K, like I said, about the setup fee. Maybe I'll do 2,500 or even 2 to get started, to get some case studies. It can be something low. That's what I'd advise, right? Don't go for the higher ticket stuff and be greedy when you're starting out. Go for something easy and simple to sell, even if it's $1,000. It really doesn't matter. Even $500, I don't care. Just get some case studies under your belt before you obviously charge an arm and a leg. So this is going to change and vary, but really what I want to offer is a complete done for you service. So we will create and launch / scale ads to generate leads. I want to also pre-qualify them, vet them, so the client speaks only with qualified, ready to go people looking for an install now. That's the biggest thing. So what we're going to be really doing is generating leads, qualifying them, vetting them, and booking them in for an appointment, and just making sure that these people are ready for an install of the service now. Right, that's the biggest thing. We will build out the entire back-end automation system, and we're going to use high level to do this. Easy. And this is actually really easy. Once we do it once, we can pretty much copy and paste it for every single client. Once it works, it works. We can copy and paste the exact same thing for every single client, and we can do the exact same thing with the ads as well. This is something that a lot of people don't tell you. Service delivery does not take a long time, especially when you've got it down pat and it's working for your clients. It doesn't take long. Copy and paste, rinse and repeat, use the exact same templates for every single person. It's easy. Email, text, voicemail as well, scheduling system, go high level, CRM setup. We could go pipeline, email, text, automation. So this is kind of what I'm thinking. Now let's move on to the competitor research. A lot of people are offering, find their ads, find what they're doing and how long they've been running it for, and just do a deep dive on sort of our competitors. Now, I'm not going to actually do this because obviously I don't want to reveal my niche, but the best way to do it is the actual ads library. So I would just go to the ads library here, set your location. So for example, I'm going to go United States and I'm going to choose all, maybe bathroom renovation. And what you'll be able to find is a lot of ads for bathroom renovation companies, but the more you look, you'll actually find ads from marketing agencies offering leads, appointments, or whatever it is. Now, I've already done this exercise, and I know a lot of people. Some people are doing 5 appointments in 30 days. Some people are doing just pay per lead. So there was one doing it for $24 a lead. Obviously, they'd have a minimum package. Maybe it's 10, 20, 50, 100, whatever it is. And then there was another one which was unlimited leads or your money back. Not sure exactly how that works, but those are the kind of three big ones here. So you can kind of get an understanding of what other people are offering, and all you simply do is find them based on the ads library and see what people are running, and you can kind of see when it started running. I seen this guy's unlimited leads or money back. His ad is very simple. It's like, hey, if you're an ex-business owner and you want more of these type of jobs, we're going to guarantee you unlimited leads or your money back. Fill in the details below. That was literally his ad. He's been running that same ad for 3 years. In the video, he says 2021. So yeah, it's obviously working very, very well. So this is important just to understand what other people are doing, and you can make something a lot better and, not only better, but also different, stand out. Now, branding, very, very easy to do. I like to use something called Brandmark. It is paid. However, what I do is get some inspiration from this, and then you can just create something on Canva. So let me just give you an example, create my logo. Let's say your brand name, obviously we said X Solutions. So maybe it's landscaping solutions as an example. We go next. Keywords, so it could be landscaping, it could be marketing, advertising, digital marketing, gardening, something like that. Next. And then you can pick your color. Maybe everyone does blue, so maybe we go just organic. This is exactly what I'm going to be doing for my logo. I haven't created something yet, but this is just going to be a test so I can show you guys how I would go about it. But you can kind of go through and kind of see some options, right? I don't mind this, like the trees, so maybe it looks a bit inappropriate. I won't say that on YouTube. But yeah, you can kind of see what they've got going on, gives you different ideas, different color patterns. I probably don't like this color, these colors, honestly. Maybe we can change it to blue. I've never actually used this before. This is quite cool. So yeah, you can kind of get a better understanding of what some options are, and then you can create something like this for yourself in Canva. This isn't really important. Don't spend a lot of time on it. This is just to give you an idea on how to actually build yourself a logo. Again, this doesn't really matter too much. People really don't care about the name and logo. But that is it for video 1, right? Competitor research, logo, market research. In the next video, what we're going to be doing is building out the VSL, getting everything scripted, edited, building everything out on high level as well. And then we're also going to be doing some cold outreach too. I'm going to be doing some cold calls and some DMs. So that'll be super exciting. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to stay tuned for part 2, episode 2, and I'll see you in the next video.